Good morning, children. Welcome to the English session. Today, we shall discuss the poem Rain on the Roof by Coates Kinney. Coates Kinney was born on November 24, 1826 and died on January 25, 1904. He was a lawyer, politician, journalist, and a poet from the United States. From the title of the poem, Rain on the Roof, we can make out that the poem is about the rain. The poet is telling us about the memories he has of the rain. The sound of the raindrops falling on the roof of his house brings back sweet memories of the past. Now let's analyze the poem. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. So, here in the first stanza, the poet describes a rainy night. He says that all the stars of the sky have become invisible because they have been covered by clouds. Darkness usually has a negative impact, and the poet makes no exception to this rule. He says that the darkness is making him sad and thoughtful, and the rain also seems to mirror his emotions, as it looks like tears falling softly from human eyes. At this point, the only thing that can bring joy to the poet is to curl up with a pillow in the bed of a country cottage. Though the rooms of the cottage may be small and ill equipped, the sound of the raindrops falling on the rooftop is awesome. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and a thousand dreamy fancies into busy beings dart, and a thousand recollections weave their air threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. So, here in the second stanza, the poet describes how the raindrops make the loudest sound as they fall on the shingles of the roof. Each sound that is made by the rain in this way is repeated the next instant by the beating of his heart. The things he has only been imagining now start to appear before his very eyes. As he is listening to the soft and continuous falling of the raindrops on his roof, all his memories are coming back to him, but they are not discrete and separated from each other. Instead, all of his memories seem to have formed a patchwork by becoming entwined with one another. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard the darling dreamers ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So, here in the third stanza, the poet describes the first memory that he can actually identify among the patchwork that all his memories have formed by meshing together. He remembers how many years ago in his childhood his mother would let him and his siblings sleep till daybreak and have sweet dreams. She used to look down at him in particular as he was sleeping and having pleasant dreams. These memories are evoked as he listens to the repetitive rhythm of the raindrops as they are falling on his roof. Now, the gist of the poem. The poet was laying on the bed and he heard the rain. So, in the first stanza, he discusses about the physical qualities of the rain while it patters on the roof. In the second stanza, he explains his feelings and thoughts while it falls on the roof. And lastly, his thoughts eventually led him to his mother. He recalls what his mother did for him and recollects the memories of his past with her. So, in short, the poem Rain on the Roof talks about the poet's varied reactions to the sound of raindrops falling on the roof of his house. He says that the raindrops at night are like tears shed by the sad dark night. He loves to lie in bed and hear rain falling on the roof of his room because it gets back sweet memories of the past. He says that the sound of the raindrops helps him fall asleep and gives him sweet dreams. He has memories of his loving mother who would put them to sleep. Next, let's analyze the literary devices used in the poem. The first one is the rhyme scheme of the poem. The rhyme scheme, as you can see, is A B C B D E F E. The poetic devices used in stanza 1 are alliteration, humid hover, the her sound is repeating, starry spheres, S sound is repeating, press pillow, per sound is repeating, and finally lie listening, l sound is repeating. As you know, onomatopoeia are sound words. The sound word used over here is patter. Then we have personification. Here, darkness has been personified when he says that it is sad. The next one is transferred epithet. An epithet is a word or phrase which describes the main quality of someone or something. Transferred epithet is when this adjective is transferred to a different noun. For example, the one which is very commonly said by everyone, happy birthday. Here, the birthday is not happy. In fact, the person is happy. So, similarly, in our poem, Melancholy Darkness, the darkness is not melancholy, but it refers to the people who are sad or melancholic. In the second stanza, again we can find out the alliteration being used. Busy being, the b sound is repeated. Their thread, th sound is repeated. Rain roof, r sound is repeated. Onomatopoeia is also used over here. Tinkle and patter. These sounds are made by the raindrops. They are sound words. Then comes personification. Here, recollection is personified when he says that they weave dreams. And again, transferred epithet comes over here. Dreamy fancies. It does not mean that the fancies are dreamy, but refers to the people who have dreams. And finally, in our last stanza, again we can find out examples for alliteration. Memory, my mother. M sound is repeated. Darling dreamers. D sound is repeated. Then comes onomatopoeia, patter. The sounds of the raindrops falling on the shingles of the roof. Patter is an example for onomatopoeia. Thus, we have come to the end of the session. Thank you and have a nice day.